Hi friends, this is Bilal Haider and this is my 10th part of this video series. In this video part, we are going to learn about another use of case statements, and that's what I'm going to show you just now. So let me take an example here, and then I will explain what exactly this use does, how exactly to use Ruby case statement this way. Alright, so let's see. Let's take an input number equals 20. Puts your number is this. Okay, output number equals case input number end. So this example shows you how you can use case statement a different way. A case statement can also return a value which you can store inside of a variable. Like in our case, we are going to store the output number or output thing, whatever this case statement is going to return in this variable. Okay, so let's see how do we do that and how does a case statement returns a value. Okay, so we say when the input number is, let's say, 20, then 20. Okay, let's say we are writing a program that converts a few numbers, not all of them, to the textual representation of that number. Okay, so and then it sends back to the user. Let's add few more. When it's 50, then 50. When it's 100, then it's 100. This is a default condition. Then input a different number. All right, now that we have got this output, this result in this number, now we are going to output this number on screen. So puts and this number, save it, and we are going to see what it gives us. Keyword, then okay, so let's remove this. Let's try one more time. Now it works. Okay, so so this is another way where we can make our case statement return a value and using this then keyword. Okay, so it can be helpful in many ways. We will see how we can use it in real applications in future, but for now I'm just sharing it with you so that you keep note of it, that a case statement can also be used this way. Okay, now let's do one more example, and let's do a simple thing. Okay, let's see. Input balance equals 1000. Output value equals case input balance end. Let's try to add conditions in using when. Let's see if it works or not, and also output the result based upon that. Let me write, and then I will explain to you what I'm doing. So when input balance is greater than or equals to 1000, then you are so rich. Okay, when input balance is less than 1000, then you are not so rich. Alright, and after that we are just going to output our variable result on screen, and let's try it and let's see what we get. Ruby main.rb, we get nothing. So it does not work like that. Okay, so what we are basically doing, what we wanted to do was this input balance is greater than or equals to 1000. Like this type of conditions will not work in this case statement. Okay, I just wanted to show you that because this evaluates to true. Okay, so when or true or false basically. So when input balance is 1000, 1000 is greater than or equals to 1000, 1000 is equals to 1000. So this piece of this comparison statement returns true. Okay, so this whole thing becomes when true. Okay, so in our case our input balance is not true, but instead it is 1000, so this piece of code does not execute. Okay, so let's do it. Let me undo that and let me show you one more thing. Okay, instead of input balance we give it a flag and we say flag equals true. Okay, now let's see what happens. You see, now what happened was what happened here in our case, that this condition successfully evaluated, it was converted. Now this, when you execute this statement, whether it evaluates to be true or false. In our case, because the balance was 1000 and we were comparing it to 1000, which was true, so this whole thing converted to true, and we are casing on this flag variable. We are saying when it's true, do this, and when it's false, then do this. Okay, so that's another way to use case statements. Okay, you can write your your code, your logical operations or your comparison operations, and based upon their evaluation, either they will be true or they will be false, and you can return or do certain things based upon your evaluation using this case statement, like I did here. Okay, I personally, when it's about comparisons or when it's about logical operations or things like that, I don't use case statements. Okay, I use if else statements instead. When it's about giving like using it with range of values, like I showed you in previous video, then I use case statement. And when it's about certain numbers, like I did like the example before this one where I used 1200, like that, when it's about numbers like that, or when it's about ranges, then I use case statements. Otherwise, when I'm doing evaluations like that, then I don't use case statements. So this was just 2 more examples about case statements which you have learned in this video part. So this was, I think, all about this video part. So see you in the next part. All right, take care, bye bye, and subscribe to my channel.